You like that? Oh, sorry. I'll be right with you. Hi, my name's Shauna LeMay. I'm one of the co-creators of the Looks That Kill calendar. The calendar idea came about a few years ago to help bring awareness and help promote our movie Morning Wood.
Morning Wood.
You know, a few years ago I was working with various photographers on different photo shoots, and you know, the Boston area was kind of boring for what I like to do. I like to step completely out of the box. So I decided to call all my beautiful girlfriends and ask them to model for the calendar. So after all this movie stuff, we decided to take a break and jump into doing another calendar. My good friend Katie, she was in the 2009 calendar, and she is an aspiring model and she loves what we do. So we actually brought her back for the 2012 calendar. I decided to have her do a shoot where she was on a picnic with her significant other, and for some reason there was a bathtub involved.
Ryan, do that again.
Stop! Okay, you have to stop now. I have a headache now. Jesus.
All right, I'm good.
So a few days after, while we were going through the pictures, we decided that poor Katie's shoot just didn't have enough horror in it. And then, on top of that, our hard drive decided to crash and we lost pictures anyways. So it turned out that it was just a sign for us to have to shoot her photo shoot again anyways. So needless to say, we ended up redoing her photo shoot a couple weeks later, and it came out phenomenal. So Miss Aria, we decided to bring on location to a cemetery. It didn't have a lot of blood or gore or anything in it, so we were a little nervous about how the pictures would come out. But she was awesome. She was all over the place, just having a lot of fun with it. Her mom even called her and was talking to her, and Aria had said, "Oh, I'm in a cemetery," and her mother didn't even acknowledge it. It was like, you'd find her there every single day.
Where did you say you were?
In a cemetery.
In a cemetery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, love you.
I love you too. Talk to you later.
We ended up taking this awkward picture where, from the angle it was at, it looked like you were looking up at her. So Ryan thought, well, why don't we make it look like we're taking a picture out of a gravestone or she's burying somebody and they're looking up at her? And that's how we came up with our awesome cover. I needed someone that was a dancer for our ballerina shoot. And it just so happened that Anna used to be a dancer, and she had all of her costumes still. You would see a girl in person as beautiful, elegant, dancer-like. But in her reflection in the mirror, I wanted the chalky white, decaying zombie. But we switched it so that she was dead in person and beautiful in the mirror, but it came out awesome. Anna was a true effing rock star, and she was all about just spitting blood out everywhere and just letting it drip all over. Now, Vanessa, I actually met through doing Joy in the Apocalypse. She was Joy in the movie, the main actress, and she is all about horror also. So I asked her if she wanted to, help us out with our calendar, and she said yes. At our grandparents' house, They have a room that's completely filled with dolls, like creepily filled with dolls, my worst nightmare. So we decided to have Vanessa model in there like it was her little sanctuary. The idea behind her shoot was she would be the beautiful girl coming home after a long day of work, and she was taking off her makeup, but underneath she's actually a clown because that's her true self. And if you look really close, you can see Pee Wee Herman.
That's my name, don't wear it out.
So for our July photo shoot, we had our model Miss Nikki Pearl. My whole idea behind it was she had a frying pan, making breakfast for her man, and she got sick of his crap, so she smashed him over the skull with a frying pan. And in the background, what I wanted to have was her big, scary, massive dog to be chewing on the significant other's leg. Even though it is a Rottweiler, she's like a giant Scooby-Doo. She's doesn't growl or bark or anything. She's super sweet. So that's what I was scared of because we couldn't make her look mean. So for that, on the male model, what we did was we actually rubbed peanut butter all over his leg. So it looked like Hazel the dog was eating him. And I want to say thank you to Ed for being the dead model for a couple of our shoots. And he was the dead guy that was in the tub in Katie's shoot, and the water was actually freezing cold because it came out of a hose, and he let us hold him under the freezing cold water and drown.
How's the phrase of beans?
Gone.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm better now. I'm getting better.
So our November model, she is having a slumber party with a skeleton. For that one, we actually used a real human skeletal torso. After I'm all done with hair and makeup, we both decide that, we have to figure out her outfit. So she's like, well, come into the bathroom with me so I can show you what I got. And she takes her shorts off, and she takes her shirt off. She's in like a lace black bra and little leopard print panties. And she's like, is this okay? I go, do you feel comfortable in that? Because, you're a little scantily clad over here. And she goes, oh yeah, I feel like I'm in a bathing suit. And that's how we got her outfit. And she rocked it.
I want to thank every single person that came here tonight because I'm blown away by how I feel about it. I was so scared when I came here. I've never done anything like this in my entire life. With their direction, it wasn't me, it was this crew telling me exactly what to do. And they know how to make everyone look good, so. Aww. I love it.
So for Emmy Ann's shoot, she's digging a hole to bury this guy in. So I had to have Ryan and Johnson dig this hole, and they were just completely sweaty and gross because it was a half cement, half dirt and rock basement, and they had to move all these rocks and try and dig through all this dirt for like 2 hours while I did hair and makeup. And she got right in there. She got dirt all over, like we tore up her t-shirt, got her all bloody and muddy, and we wrapped the male model in plastic and like got blood all inside on the plastic and everything, and she did awesome. She did absolutely awesome.
Tell everybody about your day.
Oh, she's still tweeting? She's still tweeting. The next weekend was Labor Day weekend, and we had to try and fit 5 photo shoots into 4 days. So we started on Thursday night. It turned out to be a photo shoot that I was in. What it was supposed to originally be was this girl walking down the street dragging an axe behind her. And in the background, there was the street light. And the vision I had in my head would have been perfect, but it was too dark, first of all. We couldn't get the lights right to make it look good. And second of all, the axe was too short, so I couldn't even drag it on the ground. Being in front of the camera, it's really hard, and I give props to all models because that's super, super difficult. Friend Lauren, who's awesome, she was actually in the first calendar. She was in January. So we wanted to bring her back to give her, an awesome shoot. She's the gorgeous, leggy pinup girl, and she has a giant chainsaw. For the body in this one, we bloodied him up a bit, and we took chicken leftovers, like the fat and just like the chicken that, restaurants don't use or whatever. There was actually an off-duty cop that stopped by the house to like visit someone that we were shooting at, and he gave us, an awesome compliment saying, hey, that looks pretty real. So that was great.
Why did you want to do this?
Because I love you guys, and it's fun.
Good.
And what else would you do on a Friday night besides get covered in blood and kill Clark?
Clark?
Funny, that's what my girlfriend says too.
Now, on Saturday, the third day of our 4-day shoot-filled weekend, we had 2 shoots going on. Our first one in Connecticut with the gorgeous Miss Tegan. She was, you know, a little housewife, voluptuous housewife. And we had a hot rod. And what we wanted to do with this one is we wanted it to be, the girl brought her car to the garage and the guy was underneath checking it out. There was something wrong with the car because what she decides to do is she's gonna drop the jack and have the car smush him. And the male model for that had never done any, you know, fill-in modeling before, so thank you, Pipster.
You look like you have an awesome mustache right now.
That's because I do have an awesome mustache right now.
After that shoot, we had a pool shoot. Now this is our December shoot. This is the one I really wanted to be awesome, and I tried to get all the girls to come back, but because it was Labor Day weekend, I didn't get to get as many girls as I want. But it still came out awesome. We took a ton of pictures that day because it's a lot harder when you have 2 models and you want, you know, if one's blinking and the other one looks perfect, you run into problems. So I took a ton of pictures that day, but it came out awesome. Like, I was able to narrow it down and find pictures where both girls looked phenomenal, and it was really great. Probably looked terrible, huh?
I've seen better heads on a mug of beer.
Wow.
Tell me how you really feel.
Sunday, we had our last and final photo shoot, and I want to say that it was an amazing grand finale. The fabulous Miss Siren, she was going to be, you know, she's in the red corset with a little black lace bottoms. Her shoot, I wanted it to be like a burlesque style shoot. So she would be all over the bar. The bar would be all bloody because, you know, the patrons that were watching her, she just wanted to go crazy and just chop them all up. Miss Siren was an effing rock star. And again, we took 1,000 pictures. So we mixed it up. We had her on the bar, we had her behind the bar. They had this really cool backdrop that it looked like a, you know, the burlesque stage curtain. So we had her up there with, like, you know, an arm, and she was all covered in blood, and I made like a little hair fascinator for her, and she looked fabulous, and the pictures came out freaking awesome. After all was said and done with all the photo shoots throughout the whole summer, and, you know, all the cancellations and the rescheduling and the apparent storms, and just get everything all together, I had about 7,000 plus pictures to go through. I sent them off to Mr. Ryan Convery, who I want to thank. He, you know, did the entire calendar layout, put everything all together, did the whole design. He edited all the pictures for me. Like, awesome. Thank you so much. I want to give thanks to all the photographers that helped out, and to Fat Foot Films for, you know, making my visions come true, I guess you could say. Super special thanks to all the models. You guys are awesome, like, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for making my makeup and hair job so much easier. You guys are awesome. I want to give an extra special thanks to, you know, all the friends and family that let me and the Fat Foot Films crew take over their, you know, homes or places of business to, you know, bring this whole project together. I just want to say to everybody watching this, I didn't think I could do this. I was working with other photographers, doing, you know, basic photo shoots, and, you know, that stuff's fun, but I'm so glad that I had this opportunity, and hopefully future opportunities, to create, like, all these fantastic images for all of you people to see, and create more calendars. And I just want to say, you know, even if you think you can't do it, just do it. Like, I didn't know I could take a damn picture. Like, just do it. Just go out there and do it.